Welcome everyone. As I've said before, it's so wonderful to see you here. We have confirmation today that we are now up to 215 different sign-ups for this. So whether or not we'll have 215 of us today, at least we know that there's a community out there looking for this sort of stuff. So please spread the word around friends and family and anyone else that you know who's living with pain at the moment. But if you haven't been here before, hello, my name is Mary Claire Breen and I work for Opera North Education Department as a vocal animateur, which sounds far more fancy than it actually is. Basically, I'm just here to help you all sing or to animate your voices. So last week, well, the week before, 2 weeks ago, we started our first session and we have sent you out all sorts of resources for the singing work that we did, for all the exercises and some of the music that we sang. So today we're going to continue on the same vein. We're going to do a little bit of a physical warm-up. We're going to do a little bit of brain training. We're going to do a little bit of vocalization and breathing. We're going to do some singing exercises. We're going to sing a little round, a vocal round, and we are also going to sing a brand new version of Stand By Me, which hopefully you'll all recognise. So it's a little two-part thing, which we'll get to towards the end of the session. Now, before we begin, I'm going to ask that you make sure that you've got lots of space to do this. If I ask you to do any stretches or to stand up or to have a dance, that you're not going to whack over your antique jug or vase or anything that's very important to you. So give yourself plenty of room. As always with these sessions, please make sure that you work to whatever you're able to today. Anything that I ask you to do physically that's a bit too much of a push today, feel free to sit it out or to just watch and visualize the movements rather than doing everything. We will also have a pacing break halfway through the session for you to just relax, charge your glasses, have a little rest break, and then we'll come back in with more singing. So we have Francis, Nikki Jones, and we have Guy with us from the Living Well with Pain team, and they will be giving us some really good links and resources in the chat. So if you want to use the chat function throughout the session, then please feel free to do so. Okay, I think that's everything. I feel like I'm like an air hostess telling you all how the session's going to run and where the exits are. So if you need to exit any point, just press the leave button and we'll see you in our following session, which will be on the 23rd of Feb. But I hope that you stay with us for the whole hour. So fantastic. We're going to begin just seated for today. If you'd like to stand up and do this, you are so welcome to do so. I'm going to stay seated for this one so that you can see what I'm doing. And I just want you to have your feet, both your feet on the floor, sitting, if you can, towards the edge of your seat. So not getting too relaxed and lying back. The further up we sit, the easier it is to sing. And just nice and easy, you're going to take one hand, take a breath in, and push the hand up overhead if you can on the breath out. Good. And then you'll swap hands. So breathe in and push out. Good. If you can, trying to make sure that your hand is as close to the side of your head so you're not sort of stretching diagonally, but feeling that stretch through the arm, through the spine, through the shoulder and back down. So breathe in and out as we go up. Fabulous. And back down. One more time each side. Breath in and out as we stretch up and back down. Last time on your other arm. Breath in and push it up. Fabulous. Just enjoying that movement through the arms. And now we're going to take it and we're going to push forward towards the camera. Same thing again. Breath in and push it forward. Like you're pushing me away, but then bring it back in. And then opposite hand, push it forward on that out breath. Good. And bring it in. And a couple more times. Breath out. Good. So really feel the arm activating. And breath out. Good. Now imagine that you're pushing a door open, really strong through the arm. Good. And last time, breath in and breath out. Fab. Good, good, good. Now we're just going to take this into the shoulders. If you can, just small little shoulder rolls. Just getting a bit of mobility in the shoulders today in these joints, which are often a little bit sore and maybe perhaps a little bit clunky. If we're spending a lot more time at home at the moment, or if you're using a computer more, you might feel that your shoulders are a little bit tighter. And now if you want to intensify that stretch, you can bring your elbows into it. Or if it's enough for you today, just keep your arms relaxed. But if you want to come with me, we're going to intensify it a little bit and just roll the elbows round as well, almost like you're drawing a circle with your elbow. I want you to imagine that you've got a fantastic big paintbrush on your elbows and you're drawing circles with those paintbrushes. Good. Now let's change the direction. If you can keep your elbows up, then that's great. If not, give yourself a rest and take it back to just the shoulders. So we're going to roll the shoulders round, using the elbows to really activate that circle. Fantastic. And then relax down just into the shoulders, just the shoulders that are rolling now. There we go. So just the shoulders, and they're rolling forwards this time. Excellent. Now, if that's created a little bit of tension in the neck, we're going to undo that. So I just want you to look up wherever you can see. Check all the cobwebs on your ceiling. I've got plenty. And then down to the floor. Just look in if you can between your knees towards your toes. And then do the same again. Look up. See if you missed anything the first time. And then back down to between your feet. Good. And do this nice and slowly. Just keeping that movement really relaxed. You're not pushing anything. And now we're going to look center. Look down the camera. Give me a wave. Fantastic, you're all still there. That's good news. And then we're going to look over our shoulder. So again, don't push it too far wherever you can look today. Just a nice little glance around your shoulder and do this back and forth a couple of times. Just enjoying that stretch down the side of the neck. That should feel quite good. And one last time each way. See if you've missed anything. If you can get a little bit further round each time you do it. Wonderful, that's great. Fantastic. Thank you, Francis. Yes, gentle stretching helps the brain dampen down the sensitive pain systems. So making sure that whatever we do today, if you're feeling a little bit like you want to go a bit slower, then you can. But just making sure that our bodies aren't becoming too sedate or stuck in position. So keep yourself moving as we're doing these exercises. Now I've got a little brain gym for you, a little bit of neuroplasticity. I'd like you to, if you can, join your fingers together like this. Like the together symbol. Oh, we've got someone, Sarah's in Australia. Fantastic. Lovely to see you, Australia. So this might make you all feel a little bit upside down. So with your fingers linked like this, I'm going to ask you to move particular fingers and see if you can move them without moving any other fingers. So with your fingers linked, I would like you to move your right thumb. So see if you can get your brain to move just your right thumb. Well done. Good. Then the next thing we're going to do, see if you can move your left index finger. So for me, that is this one. Nice. Have to really think about it. It's hard to tell which one is right and left when your fingers are interlocked like this. Good. And now let's see if we can move our right pinky. Oh, I find this really tricky. Ooh. Without moving my finger next to it. Well done. Everyone looks great doing that. And relax. And now let's see if you can move your left index finger. Good. Just the left. And now the trickiest one of all, I always struggle with this one. See if you can move your right ring finger, which is this one. Very good. Love it. Well done. It's tricky, isn't it? And then one final one. Can we see if we can move our left index finger? Let's go back to the left side. Brilliant. So these little brain training things, just relax your fingers, just move your hands as you need to. These little sort of finger neuroplasticity exercises. Oh, thank you, Dermot. You're here as well. I didn't realize you were here. Fantastic. So Dermot is our pain physiotherapist. So he'll be giving us some really good tips during the session as well. So now that we've done our little neuroplasticity, got our brain working, let's start to make our voices work. So I'm going to ask Alex if she can share in a moment. We're going to do some breathing exercises. So we did these in our first session. So as a little reminder, we're going to take one hand, if you can, and put it just above your belly button. And I want you to take a nice deep breath in through your nose and then breathe out through your mouth. Good. So as we breathe in, hopefully you'll be feeling that your tummy muscles are expanding, that your rib cage is expanding. And as you breathe out, they're coming back in. So every time you take this deep breath in, try and avoid the shoulders rising and just bring it down to your tummy, so it's your abdominals that are moving. Good. And relax the breath now. What we're going to do is in our first session, we used an animation to see how the shape would change. So when we breathe in, the shape comes up, and then we will breathe out as the shape comes back down. It'll make sense when we see it. So if Alex could share that for us, that's fantastic. This is one of my favorite things to look at. It's a nice mindfulness breathing exercise. So follow me as we go through it. So we're going to breathe in on the next movement. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. As you breathe in, really feel how that breath comes into the body. Is it warm? Is it cold? Is it making you feel more active? Breath out. Fabulous. So let's just hold it there. I'd like you to breathe naturally, and I'll just talk about what we're going to do next. So in our next breath in on this animation, we are going to breathe in with our mouths feeling like it's a bit more open. So rather than it coming in through the nose, we're going to try and breathe in through the mouth, which is more natural when we sing. So that feeling like you're taking a bit of a yawn as we breathe in. And then on the breath out, I'm going to ask you to make a sound, and you're going to make a sound like the letter S, like a snake. So as the movement comes down in the shapes, we're going to breathe out on a S sound, and try and keep that sound going for as long as the shape is moving. So let's try that together. We'll go on the next round. So the next time it comes up the way we're breathing in through the mouth, here we go. Breath in, and then out on an S, and S. Very good. Breath in, and breath out. S. Breath in, and breath out. S. Fabulous. Now relax that one. We're going to change the breath on the out breath now, and we're going to change it. Rather than an S, we're going to make a Z sound, like a buzzy bumblebee. Zzz. So try and keep that sound moving the whole way through the animation. If you need to breathe in, if it's more comfortable to breathe in through the nose, then you may do so. That's absolutely fine. But just play about with the sensation of where the breath comes into the body. Do you prefer it coming in through the nose or through the mouth? It's a different sensation each time we do it. So here we go. We're going to breathe in again and then out on a Z. So breath in. And breath out. Zzz. Breath in. And breath out. Zzz. Breath in. And breath out. Zzz. Fantastic. Let's just hold that there. We can switch off the screen share as well, Alex. Good. So we've got a little link there. There's a little link in the chat to that breathing animation. You can get it on YouTube. It's a mindfulness breathing animation. So if you want some time to do this on your own practice, then if you look for that resource, or if you click the link that's below, you'll have access to it as well. And you can change the sound about. You can change how you breathe in through the nose or through the mouth, and you can change the sound out. So it could be something like an S or a Z or a V, like the letter V, or a F, like the letter F. So anything that gets this sort of vocalization starting to happen is really useful. I saw a little question there from Sharon asking about why I can breathe more through my mouth than my nose. Yes, so when you breathe in through your mouth, you actually take in more air than you do through the nose. So it feels like you're getting a deeper breath. Quite often when you breathe in through the nose, you just might have a tiny bit more congestion, and also because our nasal passages are much slimmer than our throat. So we get more air as we breathe in through the mouth, which is why it's easier to breathe in through the mouth for singing. So trying to encourage that breath in. I like to call it the happy surprise breath, that when you take a breath in through the mouth, it's like something wonderful's just happened. Can we all do that just now, even though I can't hear you? It's like a nice, like you've just been told you get to see everyone tomorrow, and there's no repercussions. We get to go out. We get to go to a cafe and have a cup of tea. We get to have a sandwich that I haven't made myself. Someone else gets to do the dishes tomorrow. That's the best feeling in the world. I can't wait till that day where I don't have to do the dishes every night and cook for myself every night. Oh. Anyway, I digress. So we're going to move on now to start actual vocalizations. So I'm going to make some silly noises. Now remember, in these sessions, you're all muted. I can't hear you unless you accidentally mute or unmute yourself. So making sure that when we do this, you're just letting go a little bit. It's quite silly, but it just makes the voice activate a little bit. So get it out the way. get used to this sort of feeling of nervousness and then just throw it away with these silly sounds. So copy what I do. We go. Zzz, 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 zip, 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 v, 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 vrum, 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 vrum. Ha, 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 ha. Boing, 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 boing. Splat, splat. Vrrrra, vrrrra. Zip, zip, splat. Zip, zip, splat. Good. So silly noises like that, you'd be amazed at how much it warms up the voice. So we're now going to turn it into a bit of a vocalization with notes. So these are more of our traditional scales. Now, just so you know, for this group of people, I am working on making some mindfulness vocal exercises. So that means that in the next few sessions, we'll start having songs or exercises that are like call and response with a little bit of piano accompaniment, because these exercises can get a little bit tedious. So let's make sure that as we're doing it, we're thinking about how the body is working and how the voice is sounding. So what I'd like you to do, nice and easy, we're going to go back to our Z sound. Zzz. Get used to that sound. And we're going to go zzz. Try that with me. Zzz. So we're taking a step up for each note. And again. And the next note, here we go. And the next note up. Very good. So we're going to change it now. I'm seeing on the chat everyone's bemoaning the fact that you can't roll your R's. Don't worry, the rolled R is something that takes a bit of time, where you can either do it or you can't. It's like rolling your tongue as well. So if you struggle with a rolled R, which we're about to do, you can change the sound to what we call a lip trill. So it's like Mr. Ed, like a horse sound where we go. Can you try that for me? So if you can't roll your R's, that might feel a little bit easier. It looks so weird seeing you're doing yourself a lip trill on a computer screen. So I'm going to roll my R on this one, and then I'll do a lip trill as well. So it goes like this with the rolled R if you can. If not, try the lip trill. Try that with me. The next one up. How's that feeling? It's a wee bit tricky. So let's try the lip trill instead. Come with me on the lip trill, or keep doing your rolled R if you want. We'll do a couple more of these. And I struggle with that one. Anyone that struggles with the rolled R, I'm in your court now, because I struggle with the lip trill. See, we're all good at some things and struggle with other things. If it's a bit tickly, yeah, and you need to give yourself a little face massage, get rid of that tickle. We're going to do another one of these. Lip trill or lip roll. Nikki, thanks for that. Nikki says she's got drool on her laptop. Make sure it doesn't cause any damage. I don't want to be getting the bill for that, Nikki. Good. So back to some more exercises now. We're going to use some vowel sounds. So taking out that lip trill and all that kind of thing, we're going to use the Z sound. And we're going to sing this. Z. So using the Z sound to start the voice working, and then we move it onto an E. I'll do that again for you. We go Z. Here we go. Z. And the next one up. Z. And the next one up. Z. Well done. Everyone looks fab. Big breath in. Z. Good. And again. Z. Last time. Z. Good. So now that we're using the vowel sound, we're using the breath a little bit more. So some of that exercise you might have felt like you were running out of air a little bit, or maybe that you weren't going to get to the end of the phrase. If you need to breathe at any point during these exercises, then please do so. We all have different lung capacities, and the more that we practice these exercises, the further our lung capacity will take us. So the next thing that we're going to do is a kind of extension of that exercise. And we're going to go back, we're going to use the sound ya. We're going to use the sound ya. Can you all say ya for me, like you're at a fancy dinner party and you've got a glass of champagne like this and you're going ya, 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 ya. Or you're a bit like Joanna Lumley, ya, fabulous darling, ya, ya, ya. So that lovely ya sound really opens up the back of the throat. So I want you to imagine that you're singing like Joanna Lumley, or that you're singing like a person who's had too many sips from this little champagne glass. And we're going to sing this. Ya, 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 ya. Try that with me. Here we go. Ya, 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 ya. Very nice. And another one up. Ya, 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 ya. And again, big breath. Ya, 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 ya. One more. Ya, 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 ya. Good, I'm just going to hold it there before we move any further. So we're getting a little bit higher in the voice. If anyone feels like this is getting a bit too high at the top, then please drop out, because I can't hear you and say, oh, you're more of a lower voice, etc. I need you to be in charge of that. So please do take care. I don't want anyone screeching or anyone trying to join the Bee Gees whilst they're here. So making sure that when we go through this, I want you to really feel how that ah sounds. It should feel really open. You should feel like the breath is really flowing as you sing through it. And every time you sing the yeah, you'll feel the tongue just coming up and touching the back of your throat. So enjoy that little movement of the tongue. Yeah. And each note takes a step up. So as we go through it and it feels like it's getting a little bit too high for you, really visualize where that note is going to. Take a deep breath and aim for it. And if you don't quite get there, it doesn't matter. Sit it out. But if you plan ahead for it, if you think ahead where it's going to go, you're more likely to get there. So we're going to start on this note. Yeah. Let's try this together. 1 and 2. Ya, 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 ya. Lovely, I've got some really beautiful bright faces singing back to me. And again. Ya, 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 ya. Good. Couple more, let's be brave. Ya, 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 ya. Excellent work. Last one, here we go. Ya, 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 ya. I'm going to try that one more time because I think some people would like a second try at it. So if you want to do this one again, come with me up to the top and ya, 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 ya. Good. So let's just do a little slide down the scale to relax the vocal cords. I just want you to give me a big yawn. And make it a really dramatic one. If you want to bring your arms into it, let's go for it and oh, that feels quite nice. So on that note, I'm going to take a bit of a break here. So if anyone needs to go and get another glass of water, if you need to go and have a rest, if you need to have a little lie down, if you want to switch off your screen, then you can. We're going to take about 3 to 5 minutes here. I'm going to play some music in the background and then we'll get back to some more singing afterwards. So enjoy this little break. Here we go.
Playing from Marie-Claire Breen's iPhone.
Oh, she's talking to me. So feel free to use the chat to catch up with each other, or you can unmute yourselves and have a blether. Thanks, Robert. Hope you're all singing out along with this. Why do you build me up? Jill's having a right wobble there. I love it, Jill. Great energy. Fantastic. I can see all your pets that are joining in. Cats that might have scarpered out of the room whilst you're singing those high notes. That's all right. They'll soon get used to it. They'll learn to love it and start joining in with you. Good. Also, I meant to say, if this is enough for the first session for you, then feel free to join us again next session. You will have an access link to watch this session if today you've had enough of singing and you want to come back to it at a later date. That will be available to you too. But you're going to miss some really good stuff if you leave at this stage. There's some lovely things happening after the break.
Hello, my name is Michael McCulloch from Saltcoats. Listen, I missed last week.
Okay.
Did you have paperwork or exercises you sent out?
We have a resource link, Michael, which we can send you the link to the previous session and other music that we did. So we'll make sure that gets forwarded to you as well, Michael.
Thanks very much. I've had the pleasure of singing with your mum a few times.
Yes.
Could I have it as well, please?
Of course.
Because I didn't get last week. It's Emma.
Emma.
Fantastic.
Also, how do we access the chat once Zoom goes off to get the link that was posted earlier?
Alex, are you able to answer that question? Are we sharing the link out as the chat link?
Sorry, I'm sorry. I had to turn my video off. I was getting invaded by small people. They've gone now. Yes, we will send. We'll send out the links when after the session. I'll save the chat and I'll pull out any interesting or useful links or bits of information from there, and I'll circulate that with the link to the recording of the session. And any words or song sheets or anything like that that we need to share with you. I'll also include the link to last week's session as well for anybody that wants to watch that as well that missed last week's, that didn't get it. It'll take
Thank you.
because the process of downloading the video, editing it and then re-uploading it takes several hours on my internet connection, so it'll be a couple of days until you get that, but it is coming, I promise.
Thank you very much for that.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Alex. Thank you, Alex.
Maybe just to let everybody know, they can, to the right of the file, to the 3 dots, if you click on that, you can actually save the chat yourself to your own computer, and then you can have the links and things that are posted in there at any time. So just to let you know, there's 3 little dots to the right of, at the bottom of the chat screen, you should see them. And if you click on that, it says Save Chat.
Thanks, Diarmuid. That's certainly for those that are working on laptops. If you've got an iPad or something, I'm not sure that it's potentially got the same link, but definitely if you're using a laptop, that's really, really helpful. But we will get all
No,
these resources out.
on an iPad, we don't have those.
Yeah.
Where does it save it to?
It saves it if you're on your laptop. It saves it to to Zoom on your laptop, so you
Right.
can set it to where you want it to go. But it does get a bit confusing. But don't worry, we will put all the really useful, fantastic resources and links in a separate email to you. Alex will send that out to you.
Thank
And if
you.
you need to contact us, we have an email address which is lifelonglearning@operanorth.co.uk, which you can contact us there for anything. So I'm just going to put you all on mute again. I hate doing it. I feel like an absolutely terrible school teacher, like silencing you all and shouting at you by putting you on mute. But you know, that's the power. With great power comes great responsibility being on Zoom. I don't know if any of you have seen that latest Holmfirth Parish Council. I'm like the Jackie Weaver of this room, if anyone's seen that. Rachel, I liked your comment that you've told your English teacher you're going to be late for this class because singing is much better. And do you know what? There's as much English learning here and literacy learning and music and maths and everything. It's all one through singing. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to start a new song today, a new round. So last week we had a fantastic... Elsa, was that an accident? I'll put that down. So what we're going to do this week, the last session we did a round song called Hey Mr. Miller, which is available on our resources. So we're not going to... What we're going to do this week, the last session we started on our resources. We're not going... Sorry, someone's trying to speak to me and the audio is really very bad. So the resources are available. Alex is going to send them out in an email to a link to the SoundCloud where all these audio resources are. So if you don't have it now, you will have it later on this week with the rest of the resources, along with this one as well. So this new one is called I Like the Flowers, and I'm going to teach you it line at a time. As usual, we have one little line and we build it up, and all the music will layer up on top of each other. So Alex, if you could share the screen with us with the lyrics, that would be really helpful. There you go, Rachel, that's your English lesson, just reading this page. That works. Really simple song. It's such a cute little song, and it goes like this. I'll sing the first line to you, which goes, I like the flowers, I like the daffodils. Try that with me. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, here we go. I like the flowers, I like the daffodils. We'll do that again. Here we go. I like the flowers, I like the daffodils. Second line. I like the mountains, I like the rolling hills. Once again. I like the mountains, I like the rolling hills. Join in with me. I like the mountains, I like the rolling hills. So we'll put those first two lines together after 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I like the flowers, I like the daffodils, I like the mountains, I like the rolling hills. Third line. I like the fireside when the lights are low. Try that, just listen again. I like the fireside when the lights are low. Little bit higher, moving down. We go. I like the fireside when the lights are low. Once more. I like the fireside when the lights are low. And the last line we sing twice. Singing a doo wop, a doo wop, a doo wop, a doo be singing a doo wop, a doo wop, a doo wop, a doo be doo. That's the final line. So we'll do this doo wop, singing a 1, 2, and singing a doo wop, a doo wop, a doo wop, a doo be singing a doo wop, a doo wop, a doo wop, a doo be doo. And then we go back to the top. So if I touch my head, we go back to the top. Let's try that from the very beginning. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I like the flowers, I like the daffodils, I like the mountains, I like the rolling hills, I like the fireside when the lights are low. Singing a doo wop, a doo wop, a doo wop, a doo be singing a doo wop, a doo wop, a doo wop, a doo be doo. I like the flowers, I like the daffodils, I like the mountains, I like the rolling hills. I like the fireside when the lights are low. Singing a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doopy. Singing a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doopy-doo. Excellent. So hopefully you've all got the hang of that. Now, just to make it a little bit more tricky for the brain and for the voice, we're going to add some actions. So as we know, whilst we can't hear each other, we can be in physical harmony with each other. So we're going to add some actions if you're up for it. I think you'll be up for it because they're very nice actions. They're very simple. So we're going to do I like the flowers, and as it goes, I like the flowers, as if you're giving me a bouquet of flowers like the one behind me there. I like the flowers, and then we go, I like the daffodils, and then just give me the front of the daffodil on that. So let's do that together. I like the flowers with the actions. Off we go. I like the flowers. I like the daffodils. So what we're doing is, for the actions, the first one, we're putting our fist out as if we're handing a bunch of flowers, and then for daffodils, we're putting our other hand on top of it and waving it. So it's like a big 5-star if you can't see me. So hands out and a fist. I like the flowers, and then I like the daffodils. I'm just putting my hand on top of the other fist. So let's try that. I like, 1, 2, off we go. I like the flowers. I like the daffodils. The next one, I'm putting my hands over my head like a little tent or like a mountain. I like the mountains. And then I like the rolling hills. And I'm just waving my hand in front of me like a rolling hill or like a river, like a disco move. I like the mountains. I like the rolling hills. And then for the next one, I like the fireside. It's like I want you to imagine when you sing fireside, like you're putting your hands on front of a fire and warming them up. So even if you can't see me, that you can imagine what I'm doing when I say fireside. Don't worry, if you can't see me, we're going to switch the lyrics off and we can do it all together and see each other. But for fireside, hands in front of the screen like you're warming up your fingers. I like the fireside when the lights are low. And for when the lights are low, you're just going to bring your hands up and scroll them down the screen. When the lights are low. So all of that, I like the fireside. I like the fireside when the lights are low. And then singing a doo-wop, you're just going to sway from side to side. Singing a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doopy. Singing a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doopy-doo. So we're going to start from the very beginning. I like the flowers. If you can't see me and you don't want to do the actions, that's absolutely fine, but just make sure that you're singing along. So if you're having some viewing problems, if you're on a different platform, then don't worry about missing out the actions. And if you want to make up your own, then that's even better. We can have a whole melody of choreography. Let's try it from the very top. Here we go. I like the flowers. I like the daffodils. I like the mountains. I like the rolling hills. I like the fireside when the lights are low. Singing a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doopy. Singing a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doopy-doo. I like the flowers. I like the daffodils. I like the mountains. I like the rolling hills. I like the fireside when the lights are low. Singing a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doopy. Singing a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doopy-doo. So we are going to try this. Let me think. Alex, I'm going to ask you to stop the screen share. I know that there's a lot of words on here, but hopefully by seeing me, if you can't see me right now instead of the words, I'll be able to help you through what these actions are. So I'm going to begin again. We'll do it one more time through, just all together in unison, and then we're going to try it as a round, which is when we start different lines at different times. Okay? So all together, I like the flowers, so I can see you all doing your actions. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I like the flowers, I like the daffodils, I like the mountains, I like the rolling hills, I like the fireside when the lights are low, singing a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doopy, singing a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doopy-doo. I like the flowers, I like the daffodils, I like the mountains, I like the rolling hills, I like the fireside when the lights are low, singing a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doopy, singing a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doopy-doo. Fantastic. Listen, I can't tell you how much joy it brings me to see you all dancing about and giving me flowers. It's the most flowers I've ever had in my whole life. Thank you so much. So now we're going to try it as a round, as we call it. So the way that this will work, when you hear the recording, you can sing the first line with the recording and sing it all the way through as you would normally. But if you want to give yourself a challenge, you can either start on the second or the third round, which means that when you hear, I like the flowers, I like the daffodils, you then sing that line. And the second part will move on to the mountains, rolling hills. And then if you're feeling even braver, you can join in. After the second group have sung, I like the flowers, I like the daffodils, you can then repeat after them. So on this recording, there will be 3 different rounds. I am going to sing the third round. So if you want the hardest option, come with me. If you want to sing along with the recording, you can sing it the first through. Or if you just want to sing the same line over and over again, you can do that, because that even works. If you just want to keep doing daffodils, flowers and daffodils, or mountains, then do what feels natural. But as long as you're having a nice time as we do it. So everyone ready to go? Give yourselves a little shake out. A big deep breath. Be brave. Have fun. No one can hear you apart from yourself. So enjoy the moment. I like the flowers. Here we go. We'll get our starter note and a count for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like the flowers. I like the daffodils. And round 2. I like the mountains. I like the round 3. Hills. I like the flowers. I like the daffodils. I like the mountains. I like the rolling hills. I like the fireside when the lights are low, singing a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doopy-doo. I like a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doopy-doo. I like the flowers. I like the daffodils. I like the mountains. I like the rolling hills. I like the fireside when the lights are low, singing a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doopy, singing a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doopy-doo. I like the flowers. I like the daffodils. I like the mountains. I like the rolling hills. I like the fireside when the lights are low, singing a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doopy, singing a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doo-wop, a doopy-doo. And hold it there. Fabulous, you're all still going. Brilliant stuff. Sorry I interrupted you in your flow, but I've just realised the time and I want to start teaching Stand By Me. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you'd lost the plot a little bit, if you lost your part, then it will be available to you after the session as a little round, as a little resource. So you can sing it to your heart's content. And as I say, if you want to add some different actions, then you're so welcome to do that as well. Really well done, everyone. Give yourselves a round of applause. Woohoo! It'll make more sense as the more you get used to singing these rounds, the easier they become. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to start looking at Stand By Me. We might not get through the whole thing today, but at least we can make a head start on it. So this is the fantastic Ben E. King version that we all know and love. When the night has come and the land is dark. So you have 2 options in this. You can either sing the melody line, which is the melody, it's the tune that we all know, or if you want to give yourselves a bit of a challenge, or if you feel that it might be a little bit tricky singing a bit higher, which the melody is, you can sing the bass notes, also known as the ostinato, which you'll recognise. It's the part that goes like this. Dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum dum. So there are two choices. I'm going to begin by teaching the ostinato, and that is it. It repeats the whole way through the song. If you're singing the ostinato, you get to join in with the chorus, which I think you'll all want to do. So darling, darling, stand. You want to belt that one out. So if you're joining me, I'm going to encourage you to all sing along at this point, regardless of which part you want to concentrate on. So at least you can learn both parts, because I'll teach them individually. So starting with the bass part, or the ostinato, I want you to imagine yourself being like a double bass, like plucking out these fantastic notes, getting everyone moving and grooving. So Alex has a PowerPoint that she's going to share with us, and rather than using the sheet music for this, we're just going to use lyrics for now. So if you don't read music, that's absolutely fine. You don't need to read it for this session. You don't need to read it for these sessions at all, or for this one. But you will notice that I've typed it out in hopefully a helpful way for you to be able to sing the ostinato. So I'll wait till that's on the screen for everyone to see it before I begin. Good, thank you so much, Alex, that's brilliant. So you can see what I've written here, dum, dum. So wherever there's a little asterisk, if you can, give me a finger click, or a clap, or if you want to tap your foot or nod your head so that you don't miss that beat out. I don't want you to rush through it, so that we enjoy the rhythm as part of the melody. So I'll sing the first bit for you and you sing it back to me. The first two go dum, dum, da da dum, dum. Try that, here we go. Dum, dum, da da dum, dum. Next bit. Da da dum, dum, da dum, dum. Try that with me from the yellow one. Da da dum, dum, da dum, dum. So let's put the first two lines together. Here we go. Dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da dum, dum. Excellent. The next bit we go back up the way. We go down the way. I'm so sorry. We go down. Da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum. Do that with me. Da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum. I'll do that one more time for you. So we've gone from the beginning. Dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum. And then finally, da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum. I'll tell you what, it's tricky singing this song when you know it so well and then breaking it down. I keep forgetting which line I'm on. So if you know this as well as I think you do, then let's just try singing it all from the top. We'll do it
That's a bit low for
times
me.
round. Oh, is someone speaking to me?
Well, just a wee bit low for me, the final. It's a wee bit low.
It's a wee bit low. If it's a bit too low for you, it's okay. You can join in when we sing the melody. So just do what you can for now, and then we'll see if we can get you singing a little bit higher in the melody. So let's try it one more time from the very beginning. Here we go. Dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum. Repeat that. Dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum. One more, and dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum. So if you're singing the ostinato or that bass line, you will sing it 3 times in a row, and then you'll join in the chorus. So darling, darling, stand, which I'll cover in a moment. Okay, so I can't see you all because we're on this screen share, but I know that you're there. I know that you're singing along and clicking your fingers, and even when you're singing this ostinato or this bass line, that you're having a little boogie. Okay, so let's quickly, if we can move on to the melody. I think we'll all know this, but I'm just going to sing the lines to you one at a time to make sure that if you're not entirely sure of the notes, you will be after this. So we sing from here. We go, when the night has come. Try that. 1, 2, 3. When the night has come. Good. And the land is dark. Your turn. And the land is dark. And the moon is the only light we'll see. Your turn. And the moon is the only light we'll see. Let's try that from the top. After 3. 1, 2, 3. When the night has come. Boom. And the land is dark. And the moon is the only light we'll see. Let's move on. We go. No, I won't be afraid. So the next page, we go. You can join in with me. No, I won't be afraid. Your turn. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. And just as long as you stand by me. Good. So that's the whole of the melody. We go, no, I won't. Let's do that together from no, I won't. Up. So after 3, 1, 2, 3. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So what I'm going to try is we're going to do this with the recording now. So I'm going to put the ostinato, which is the bass part, and the melody together. And I'm not going to teach you the chorus today because I think you'll know it. So let's see if we can just go straight into the chorus and belt it out, even though I can't see you. I'm going to see if I can actually make it so that I can see you, everyone. Aha, I can see you. Good, that's really nice. I can see more of you. So I hope you can see the screen and I can see you, so I'll be keeping an eye on anyone that's having a little boogie as they do this. So we're going to try it from the top. So if we can take that screen back to the ostinato page so that we can have a little look at our, when we're singing our dum dum and when our finger clicks are coming in. And then we'll try this all together. So whichever part you want to sing, melody or ostinato, make sure that you're giving it a bit of swagger, a little bit of rhythm, and just have a nice time when we're doing it. We're all in it together. Here we go. You'll hear the melody give you your first notes and a little count in for 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Dum dum da da dum dum da da dum dum da dum dum da da dum dum da da dum dum da da dum dum. Now onto the melody. When the night has come, da da dum, and the land is dark, and the moon is the only light we'll see. Da da dum. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. Let's try the chorus. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Good. How is that? I'm just scrolling through everyone. I'm trying to see you all and conduct and sing at the same time. My goodness. Multitasking here. We're going to try it one more time. And I'm very sorry that I didn't get to say if you were singing the ostinato or the bass part, you sing it 3 times in a row before you sing the chorus. So if you got a wee bit lost, it's the same thing repeated again and again. I'll tell you what, this time we'll do it again. I was singing the melody on that one, but this time round I'll sing the ostinato or the bass part the whole time round and do the finger clicks as well. So if you're singing that with me, we're going to do it 3 times and then we all sing the chorus again. But your energy is brilliant. Thank you everyone so much. The energy is great. I can see a few people about to go and get their hairbrushes out and have a good wah down the hairbrush. So if you want to go and do that, or if you want to stand up and have a dance whilst you're doing it, you're so welcome to. I love it. Yes, Gianna, I am also emotional singing this song, especially at the moment, regardless of what we're going through. The thought of being together again, we're getting closer and closer. Every day we get a little bit closer to it. Here we go, from the very top. I'll sing the ostinato. Join with me if you can. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da dum, dum. Da da dum dum da da dum dum da da dum dum da da. Melody, off you go and repeat. Dum dum da da dum dum da da dum dum da dum dum da da dum dum da da dum dum da da dum dum da da dum. Third repeat. Da da dum dum. Da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum, da da dum, dum. Chorus. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Fab! Well done, everyone. Round of applause. Great stuff. Now we can switch off that screen share and we can all wave to each other before we finish up the session. Really, really, really well done. I love that. I love, even though I can't hear you, you're giving me such fantastic energy that I don't feel like a silly Scottish woman just singing down a computer screen on her own. I actually feel like we're all in this shared space. So I really, really hope that you get that sense of community from each other. It's so lovely seeing you exchanging chats and getting to know each other through the chat and as we do the session to begin with. So let's just take a couple of deep breaths and then we'll sign off for the rest of the afternoon. So big deep breath in through your nose, getting it right down to the bottom of the tummy, and then breathe it out. And one big breath in with positivity and breath out with relaxation. Fabulous. You've all done a great job. After this, if you need to give yourself a little lie down, or if you need to do some little gentle stretches once again just to relax the body, there's been a lot of singing today. Really, really well done. You've all expended a lot of energy. Our next session will be on February, let me just check this, the 23rd of February at 12 p.m. As we've said, we'll send you all the resources to what we've sung today, which includes I Like the Flowers, I Like the Daffodils. There'll also be some sound recordings of Stand By Me, like we've just done, with some lyric sheets, so you can go away and have a practice. There are 2 different audio sections of this, so if you want to sing just the ostinato on its own, you can listen to just that vocal part, or if you want to sing just the melody, it will be on there, or you can sing both parts together. So hopefully all those resources will make sense. Please let us know if there's anything you need from us, or there's anything that we can do to make this easier for you with regards to how we share the screen, how we if the font and everything that we use is clear enough for you to read. And also, if you have any suggestions or song choices that you would love to do in these sessions, then please let me know and I'll see if I can figure out how to put them into our sessions as we go on. Such brilliant fun. It was lovely to see you all, and please pass on to everyone else that these sessions are happening. Even if there's other family members that you have that want to join us, then they're so welcome. Although it's aimed for those living with pain, it's also for everyone. So it's a big singing shared space for us to come and just have a laugh and get rid of a bit of tension and just have fun whilst we're doing this. So thank you so much. I'll let you all say cheerio.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye from
Lovely to
Edinburgh.
see you all.
Bye, everyone.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Bye. Thank you very much.
23rd.
Lovely, thank you. Very